conditions are difficult because the resources are very few in comparison to the number of people and animals that have to share them.
Kenya Wildlife Service came out with a huge statement. In 20 years' time, Kenya will have no lions.
There has been a major increase over the last couple of years of poaching and pressure.
If you don't look after everything that we've got, everything will extinct here.
If environment disappears, we all disappear.
Well, as a board member of the SeaWorld and Busch Gardens Conservation Fund, I actually read about 400 projects a year that have submitted applications for funding. When you're back in the States and you're reading all these projects and your heart is going out to virtually every single one of them, and yet you have to make choices because we can only fund maybe between 75 and 100 of those projects. What really helps is actually getting out into the field so that we can see these projects in action.
Nicaragua has really special places for 4 of 7 species of sea turtles around the world, and one of those really special places is Chacocente. The species, only ridley, that nests here is vulnerable to extinction. When we started working here, the nesting beach was suffering of invasion of people, poaching 100% of the eggs. 45 to 50 days after the nesting event, the eggs will start hatching.
Look at the little egg tooth right on the end of the nose there, and that's how they make their way out of the egg. And they're facing up. You can see how they're coming out of the nest. They're just like, it's like emerging from the sand here in just a kind of a really alien type way. And they keep coming. This is a huge nest under here.
And they help each other. They push and they use each other until they emerge. They will start a frenzy walking and I would say a race to reach the ocean, trying to survive to a big threshold of predators. Nobody wants turtle extinction here in the community. People having a livelihood but relating to the turtles in another way. So that's why we start involving the community in the monitoring, in the protection, with all the partners here in Nicaragua and outside helping us, like SeaWorld. We have achieved 98% of protection of the eggs from poaching. You work with what you like more, is the animals, the wildlife, but you also work with people, and you work as connection between the people and the environment.
One of the things that impresses me most about visiting projects is the passion with which not only the researchers themselves and the scientists associated with it, but the locals that they employ, how passionate they are about the work that they're doing, and how proud, especially the locals, are of having a job that contributes to conservation.
When I've gone back to home, I'm going to tell my parents about painted dogs.
To support a program like the Painted Dog Conservation Program, where not only are they helping painted dogs, but they're helping the community as well by teaching the kids, by selling artifacts which are made from local people.
The local people value their habitats and their wildlife, and the way that they learn to do that is because look what it has brought them. It's brought them income, it's brought them a livelihood, a secure place to come.
Through support of so many different facets of the community, whether it's the local lodges or whether it's the local people who work for the Painted Dog Project as researchers or as keepers or in the office. So it extends out so many different ways. I'll tell you, after we visited here, I know we're doing the right thing by funding that project. Through the SeaWorld and Busch Gardens Conservation Fund, we support projects worldwide, but we reserve a certain amount of funds to be able to react to crises which occur. And one of those crises actually happened on Old Pejeta Conservancy, where rhinos were beginning to be poached.
At the time that we were under such threat, Busch Gardens came up with the funding that we were able to put into our armed teams. That made a major difference. It was night optics, it was uniforms, it was equipment. Those teams are now mobile, and we're all heading the same direction. It's only going to lead to common goal success.
It's about enthusiasm, it's about getting involved, and it's about supporting the guys in the field.
We're all trying to work together to just save whatever we have.
We have a planet that we all love, and we want it to be available as we love it.
Somebody once asked me about what is conservation. I was trying to explain what it was, and it's obviously it's about science, it's about hard work, it's about commitment, it's about livelihood, it's about education, it's about policy, but overall, it's about love.
Well, hi. Aw, thank you. I love you too.